Yeah, I'm just gonna skip all the pleasantries and hey, how you doing? Whatever King Boo shit. Um, yeah, man, I'm pissed. This is probably gonna be a rant video. Um, I mean, if I mean, come on, everybody's seen this already. This is crazy freaking news right now. But yeah, uh, Sony in 2028 is not gonna be having, or they're gonna stop producing physical discs for the PlayStation, and this makes me sad and makes me angry because it's like a guy like me, right, that actually loves this game and stuff and actually love to own physical copies, love to go to the store and buy this and you know actually rip open, like love to just you know tear the plastic off of these things and pop the disc in and stuff like that. As a person that loves physical media in all shapes and you know that comes in all forms. I even have vinyl too. I have the Expedition 33 vinyl somewhere around here. I'm just not gonna dig it out right now. This is a fucking gut punch, bro. And don't get me wrong, I mean, you can see the writing on the wall. I'm not delusional. But it's just sad that a lot of people don't understand that our rights as consumers are getting taken away, right? With a physical disc, I actually own that. If a game ever gets delisted and you have a physical copy, you can still play it. I don't know if you guys remember a game. I have it somewhere in my closet somewhere, but Ultimate Alliance had some licensing issues. They delisted it. Deadpool, they delisted it. Concord, well, I can't say Concord. Scratch that, because that game was what is it called? That game was like live service, so the game wasn't even fully on the disc anyway. So scratch that. But games like the two games that I've talked about earlier, those games got delisted. You can't get them anywhere unless you get them physically. When it comes to things going all digital, you not having a physical option and a game gets delisted, you're SOL. You're not going to be able to actually purchase that game any longer. And to be honest with you, it's really sad because it's like people don't understand that, like, once we go to this all digital age, like, we have no power as consumer. And you have to understand, people. You have to understand, and this is so crazy because this news came out after Grand Theft Auto said they weren't coming out with a physical disc. Because they said, oh, like, you know, for whatever reason, but it's not because the game is too big or they don't want the game to link. It's because it's control, right? It's control. And then it's like people don't understand that literally a couple days before this, Sony deleted 550 digital titles, like movies, they just delisted them because of licensing issues. And the people that bought those movies on that digital platform, those movies got stripped away from their account. But you know, you got people that's gonna sit up there and fucking tell me, oh, digital is the way to go, it's the future, and yada 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 yada. Okay, but when they start doing shit like this, or your accounts gets banned, or your accounts get hacked and you can't get it back, or hell, something happens with your internet, or even the worst thing ever, one of these companies get hacked and they basically just say, and they get hacked, and what if, you know, the hackers delete all the backups, delete everybody's files? You think they're going to reimburse you for the game? No. I mean, that's like a very small possibility of that happening, but it all could happen when you go digital. People have to understand that you're trading in your rights as consumers for convenience. A lot of you people that say you love gaming, you know, that say, oh, it's your hobby. To be honest with you, I don't believe you, because you have to respect all aspects of this gaming thing, and a lot of you don't. A lot of you really, really don't. It's just like a lot of you people do it because your friends do it. If you really cared, you would at least buy a physical copy every once in a while. But you know who I blame? I don't blame you know, people that I don't really blame the console players as a whole as far as like getting digital and stuff like that, because to be honest with you, it seems like Sony and Xbox and all of them have been pushing us to get this digital stuff anyway, because you know they just want to have control and stuff. But I'm gonna tell you who really is to blame for all this shit. These guys are to blame. And I'm not saying specifically just Steam. Steam has a big part into it, but I'm talking about the PC Master Race people, right? Y'all the ones that did this. Y'all did this. Because back when you can buy a PC for little, I mean, you can build a PC for pretty cheap and, you know, get better specs than a console or whatever, you know. Steam came around, was all digital. Don't get me wrong. I mean, these sales are amazing. I'm not gonna knock you for, or anybody for getting a sale. You know, a lot of y'all got switched to PC because it was cheaper. You can mod, you have more power, all that stuff. I get it, but you're the ones that's to blame. PC Master Race is to blame for this. And for the most part, and then of course you have people that just like, oh, I'd rather have the convenience than anything, right? And honestly, this is what we're left with. And it's so funny because it's like everybody praises these guys, but you have to understand, with just a flip of a switch, Steam can switch on you in a Mississippi heartbeat and start charging you to be on their platform, start charging you to be online. And what can you do about it? Your whole library is here. Your whole library is here. I got 128 games, probably going to still buy more and stuff. Don't get me wrong, just because everything's going digital and stuff like that, you know, it sucks, but it's not going to deter me from ever, you know, still playing games and stuff like that. But you have to understand, we're giving up our power as consumers, and yeah, it's a very crazy, it's a very just very hard blow to the gut right now. Cause you have to understand, man, like I'm a big, like I said, I'm a big physical collector. There's a lot of other people that collect just like me. And I think, statistically, as far as like PlayStation, I think they were saying on the lines of like, I think like 80% of people on PlayStation buy digitally. And hey, it's whatever, but y'all have to understand, they're doing this because of shareholders, to save money, to have more power, and basically it's just all greed at the end of the day. That's all it is just greed. And here's the thing that pisses me off the most. Like, it's like you're basically spitting in my face, because it's like, okay, if you want to keep all your games on your platform, cool, fine, but don't sell me a fucking box with a code in it. Don't have me go up to Walmart and be like, hey, here's the box so you can get the filling, but we're just gonna have a fucking code in it. We're just gonna have a code in it. Like, that shit pisses me off even more. And honestly, when shit like this happens, you already know Xbox is gonna follow suit, Nintendo's gonna follow suit. And honestly, this could be honestly, Xbox tried to do, I mean, not even Xbox. Yeah, Xbox tried to do this shit. And you remember that video that Sony came out with, talking about some, we could share the game. This is how you share the game on PlayStation. See how time changes and shit, you know, when you're at the top for so long. I mean, like I said, I'm always going to be an Xbox guy, but yeah, but you know, PlayStation does sell more. See how you've been at top so long, when you got all the juice and you got all the power, you see what the fuck you do. You know, you get drunk off that power, you get greedy, you start to think you can do whatever you want. And honestly, this will be, I know they're not going to do it because they want to go digital as well. And of course, like, it's a matter of time before these guys do it, even though it's crazy how these guys are actually like have the cheapest console right now, which is so funny. Everybody's giving these guys shit for so long, and they have the cheapest consoles, and they even have like some of the cheaper games. Yeah, they pushed the $80 thing, but some of their games are cheap. This wasn't. Come on. But anywho's, all these guys have to do, because Asha's been doing a great job. Sucks that they have some studios that are shutting down, to be rumored to shut down. All she has to do is just basically make a video saying, this is how you share Xbox game. If they do that, which they're probably not, if they do that, I bet you PlayStation will renege that shit in a Mississippi heartbeat. And it will turn the tides of this whole console war thing, if you believe it's going on or not still. But yeah, guys, I like I said, I know it's just kind of a rant or whatever like that. I could go way further than that and really start dropping F-bombs. But it's just, like I said, man, I'm 31 years old. I've grew up going to a store, buying games physically, opening up the, ripping plastic off, putting the disc in or cartridge in or whatever, and just actually playing it. I still have Game Boy games. I still have 3D and 3DS games. I just even showed you. Come on, bro. Come on. I still got all the old school stuff too, and it just saddens me how, due to customers being, honestly, a lot of people just wanting to be fucking convenient, want convenience. This is what happens you're trading your convenience for ownership, and it's sad. And like I said, I blame PC for this. For the most part, I blame you PC master race. So funny how it's like you're the PC master race, but it's always like the lowest end graphics cards that are like the most like used. So funny how you guys be fucking rocking 3060s and shit, but think you're better than somebody. Jesus Christ. I got in a PC. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. Now I'm gonna freaking go there. But yeah, guys, man, it's sad. I want to be positive and say, hey guys, all we got, let's just vote with our wallet and tell, these companies like, hey, we still want physical copies. But to be honest with you, man, it seems like a lot of you have already voted with your wallet, and there's people like me who are a big minority who are suffering for it. And yeah, guys, I hope this changes. I hope they renege on it, but all we can do is hope. And I'm not gonna lie, the one thing that really like makes me so angry is that you have a lot of people out here that are just somewhat misinformed. They think that like a lot of games are just like, basically game discs are basically just licensed on a disc, and that is far from the truth. There are some games that are like that, like Doom Dark Ages, but for the most part, like, games like Expedition 33, this game, Metroid, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War Ragnarok, those games are actually fully on the disc. Like, if I were to turn off my internet and put the disc in or the cartridge in, though I won't get the day one patch, I can still play it. Okay. And a lot of people are saying, oh, that's not true. That's not true. It is true. The games that mostly like operate in the fashion that you're referring to are multiplayer games, like your Call of Duties and stuff of that nature. And yeah, but yeah, it's just a sad situation. And it's just like it sucks because it's like a lot of people, especially kids, that are growing up and stuff like that, will never get to have that experience of going to a store, picking the game that you want, your parents buying it for you, or for you for Christmas, or you saving up your money to get the game and things like that, and then getting it, opening it, smelling the new damn disc smell, Yeah, man, it's like they won't get to have that. And then another thing too is like, oh man, like, oh hey, my friend, he wanted to play this game, but he can't afford it. Oh hey, here, you can borrow it, or you can buy it from me. Yeah, they won't ever get to have that. And yeah, man, that shit break my heart, bro. But yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.